went down to Trafalgar Square today to check out the Maggie Thatcher death party.
What's expected to happen here later on today?
We don't know yet. We think it's a demonstration, but we're not sure.
And who is it that's meant to be coming?
Well, it's supposed to be something to do with the death of Maggie Thatcher, but the anarchists are taking over.
Okay. And who are the anarchists? What's
They're paying in trouble.
Why? Because they dislike her? Or?
No, they're anarchists. Just because.
So it's not a political motivation then, just boredom?
Yeah.
So it was quite interesting to see what she had done so bad that had made hundreds of people want to actually celebrate her death.
Thatcher was for cutting your fucking legs off and then telling you get off your ass.
Woo! What's that flag?
That is the Union of Mine Workers, who really took a beating from Thatcher. But they were all made unemployed and forced to grovel for their jobs.
Yeah.
And they're the people who suffered the most. Well, everyone suffered, but they really, really suffered. And I think they've come all the way from up north.
Oh,
to come down
okay.
here, so.
Are you in support of them?
The miners, yeah. They were the heroes. They were the only people to really offer principled opposition.
So what does she actually do? Because I wasn't around when all this was happening.
She made an argument that all their pits were uneconomical, which is debatable, and then they went on strike and said, well, if you're going to fire us, we'll all come on strike. And she starved them to submission. There was enormous police brutality up in the north of the country, and she forced them to go back to work eventually, and then closed all their jobs anyway. So they ended up massive unemployment, whole communities, whole traditions of where people worked in villages and towns for years, all gone forever. And supported the apartheid regime over there, South Africa. She refused to disinvest, she invested money in them, she supported them, supported right-wing fascists all over the world, murdering dictators all over the world, financed them, dealt arms to them. We used to get free milk at school.
Yeah?
Yeah. She was like, now we're cutting that, and now there's nothing for working people at all. There's nothing for us.
I thought, when speaking to these people and hearing them absolutely tear her apart, calling her evil, saying she was a witch, and wearing t-shirts and tops that said, you know, rejoice. After speaking to them, they weren't horrible and they weren't heartless. So I had to question, what actually is it that these people are celebrating? Because they don't seem that heartless to just be having a good time because she died. And I sort of thought that it isn't actually, I mean, I'm not trying to justify it, because I know many people will argue that what they did was wrong, and I'm not saying it's right at all, but it's more of a symbol. They're celebrating the death of a symbol, and what that symbol represented